Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do today I'm gonna do a tutorial on um, the Sublimation Kids bottle. I'm gonna attempt my first one, so stay tuned. The design I used for this tumbler I created on using Canva Pro. What I did was I did the size because I don't have a template for this tumbler. I sized it at 9.03 times 5.3 inches, and you'll see where it was actually too big for the tumbler, but I tried my best to make it work. I was not going to resize it again and reprint maybe for another tumbler, but yes, I did use Canva to create this design. Yeah, and it's pretty easy once you find an image, or you can just like freestyle it. It's up to you and your customer's preference, but yeah, it's pretty easy. All right, so here I have my image that was cut out. um, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it down to size and make sure it fits my tumbler. So of course you want to cut off these edges, the extra pieces, or the extra edges, the white edges of course. And now if you want, you can leave a little, some white pieces here. For me, I don't, or it doesn't matter either, because you'll still, overlap it once you place the image on the cup. Alright, so for this water bottle, you want to take out all the plastic, the pieces that comes with it, like the straw, the top, the cover, because of course this is plastic. So just take them and set them aside for when you're ready. And this is what we're gonna sublimate. So, and make sure your image fits correctly. This won't be a perfect fit, but what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just cut some of the image off. What I use to determine how I cut the image is the image itself. So this dinosaur might not be in the picture, and a piece of this one might not be there, but when the cup is complete, you'll see how it looks. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's cut that off, and then let's see. Of course I have to do all this because I didn't get, I kind of did my own measurement of the cup. I didn't have a template or anything, so that is why I end up with a lot more than what's supposed to be on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut some more off the dinosaur off. With this step I use alcohol to clean my tumbler. I always do that to ensure that no fingerprints, no grease, no dirt or anything is on it. And just clean it off. Make sure it's nice and clean before placing the image on it. Then you just line it up with your words and Alright, so always ensure that your image is straight. I don't, for my sublimation tumblers, I don't use shrink wraps. I just use tape. So I can go up a little bit more with this, so I can get a good much of the image on it, and then I don't. Always, always, always make sure it's straight. Always. Once it's lined up, go ahead and tape your tumbler. Alright, so when adding the image to the tumbler, you want to ensure that the image is lined up and there are no spaces between the image and the tumbler. If you're not using shrink wrap and you're taping, go ahead and secure that image with tape. What I usually do is I usually leave enough of the paper where the image gets onto the bottom of the tumbler as well as at the top. I do that so you can see where I would just go ahead and push the image against the tumbler to make sure, or the paper against the tumbler to make sure that I get that image on the bottom as well as the top of it. Of course, being that you're not using shrink wrap, you want to use your tape generously to secure the image to your tumbler, and you want to ensure that you're doing it tightly. So once you are taping, you pull your tape tight enough to secure the image and secure that to your tumbler, because during the process of sublimation, the heat will actually move the tape, or the heat will get to that tape, and somehow it will raise your paper. You don't want it to raise it, so tape generously. For my air fryer, I set it on air fry for 6 minutes. Let it starts preheat. Alright, once it says add food, go ahead. Alright, y'all, this is the finished product. So let's see how it looks. And of course, I don't have heat gloves, so I use the regular schmegular mittens, good old mittens. Alright, so just lift. Still hot. It is still hot. It is still hot, 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 hot. Look at that. Ooh, God. It's good. And where I cut the dinosaurs off, one made it. Still can see the bird. Still see Mr. Dino. And then you have this other one down there. So, hmm, I think I did a pretty good job. I mean, for my first time, you tell me what you think. As usual, thank you for stopping by and watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it, and give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel so you can see more of my creations. Thank you.